Well, heck and hi there. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. It's Reaction Music Day. Hello. It's also really cold here. I don't know if y'all know this, but we got ice. It's very icy out. And I can't leave my complex right now. So like it's starting to warm up and everything, so it's starting to melt, but we're not quite there yet. So I'm stuck at home right now. That's okay. I got groceries. We're good. That was the main concern, you know, but we're here. So hello. Let me catch up on chat. Let me bring chat over here. Tuscar, welcome in. Also, thank you very much for the resub. 47 months. That's wild. I cannot believe that. That's a long time. Also, I can't do the power level check because they're shut off right now. So I refunded your points. So I do apologize about that, but I gave you your points back. So hold on to that for the next regular stream, and we'll be able to do it then. Okay. Donnie, also hello, welcome in. Jim, Pyrola, Sally, Ian. Who else is here? I think that's everybody. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, gang. Hey. So Boston got an inch an inch short of 2 feet of snow. Another blizzard possible this weekend. That's brutal. We really didn't get any snow. We got a little bit of powder, and we mostly got sleet and ice and frozen rain. And when you try to make a snowball, it kind of just disintegrates in your hand. So we didn't get to do anything with it, unfortunately. And luckily, on Saturday or Sunday, it was Sunday. Sunday, I was lucky enough to be able to go to the store. I was driving really slow and barely anybody was on the road. But the only reason I knew it was safe enough is because I live off the highway. I could see people driving, and I'm like, nobody's swerving. Everybody's driving relatively safe. So I think it'll be fine. So I went to the store, got groceries, so I'm good for the week. And then yesterday I try and go take out the trash and everything's super slippery. So can't do that, unfortunately, but that's okay. But hopefully everybody that was in the location of this winter storm is safe. That's the most important thing. Not far from me yesterday, it was 49 degrees Celsius, 120 degrees Fahrenheit. That's too much, even for here. Like, we hit triple digits in the summer. I don't think we've ever hit 120 before, so that's too hot. That's way too hot. I'll take the ice over the heat any day, because at least I can bundle up. Seems like there's a lot of silly weather around. It's quite reasonable here. Well, that's nice. I love that for you. Just a few minus, and the snow has shrunk a bit. Well, that's good. That's good. We are neither freezing nor boiling. We're exactly where we're supposed to be. A wizard is never late nor early. A wizard exactly on time when he's supposed to be. Best wishes to those who are, but I did have to walk to the bus stop in pouring rain blowing straight at me this morning, which was fun. Okay, listen, if that's your idea of fun, I'm happy for you. I don't know if that would be fun for me, but if you're happy about that, cool. Rain is bad enough if there's enough of it. Exactly, yeah. I don't want a waterfall of rain. I would not want that. And you have to be out and about in it. Or as the Canadians say, oot and a boot. I just did some reactions with someone from Canada, so I'm like, yeah. Somebody new on the channel as well, so gonna be having fun when those go live, whenever new videos get to start going live. We'll get there eventually. There's been flooding and roads. There's been flooding on roads and railways closed railways closed down in the southwest. That's definitely not fun at all. This is the first significant snow we've had in years, and more likely on the way. I mean, hopefully you're making the best of it that you can. You know, stay safe, make a snowman. Do you wanna build a snowman? Get the fuck out! Okay, bye. That's fun. Let's see. Great to be with you again, Reverberays. I think I got the capital letters right. You did, yeah. I figure reverber should be one, and then A should be another. I'll just stick them together because it's like reverberating. You know, it's a music term. It's there somewhere. Ian, what's up? What is up, Ian? Other than the 120-degree heat near you, I'm British and sarcastic. Hi, British and sarcastic. Aleatorio, welcome in as well. Let's see. Hello from Western Ohio, where we got 13 inches of snow and the brutal cold continues. Hopefully you are also staying safe, Andy. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Love Tigress, also welcome in. Hello there. Aw, Sag. Yeah, sorry. I don't have all the stuff set up when I'm doing the reaction channel, unfortunately. For those who don't know, on the Purple app, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I'm gonna call Purple and Red. We'll just do that. But on Purple app, we have channel points that you can spend to do things with when those are active. And you know, one of them is to check your power level because I love Dragon Ball Z, and we have a fun little wheel set up for that. But I can't do everything when I'm doing the reaction stream, unfortunately, and like all the notifications and stuff are turned off because I didn't want anything jumping in front of the music video that I'm checking out, you know. That wouldn't be cool. Prayers for all those who lost power due to the ice storm. Yes, absolutely. Hopefully everybody that did end up losing power, from what I understand, for the most part, Texas held up with the power grid. If you don't know, 2021 power grid did not do well, and it was very cold, and I got really lucky. My power didn't go out. My water got shut off for a little while, but a lot of people lost power. People's pipes were bursting. There were videos of people in like multi-level apartments where you saw water just flooding down. It was awful. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people did pass away throughout that as well. You know, we're confined to that. We don't have a choice, unfortunately, here in Texas. But yeah, hopefully everybody is staying safe throughout that. So, getting to the reactions that we're doing. As you know, I don't have a schedule because dealing with the copyright strike, I don't want to upload new videos that probably won't get any views, and you know, I just don't want to lose all that hard work, you know, and views apparently dipped during a copyright strike. So having said that, for those who don't know, until April 15th, when new videos should start going up again, I'm basically revisiting my oldest videos and giving commentary on or critiquing how I reacted to them and stuff, and adding new material to those. So it's kind of putting a new coat of paint on those. So we have two, and we're pretty much going to have two throughout the entirety on Mondays and Fridays. So yesterday I checked out Dimash and his performance at SOS, which in my research, because I didn't do a great job back then, but I do now, I learned that that's a cover. I had no idea. So that's cool. It's a French song, if you don't know. And then on Friday, and this is going to be funny, I'm sure at least one person's going to laugh, where I have Home Free, Man of Constant Sorrow going up. And if that song sounds familiar, we may be checking a version of that out today. So thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, that one's going up on Friday. If I remember right, that was definitely not the first Home Free performance I got to check out. Also not the first Dimash performance I got to check out, even on this channel. But still, you know, they were awesome. I liked them. Nice that you were streaming on both Red and Purple. Yes, absolutely. And hey, Jim, always appreciate the moderators. Yeah, I try and get those out there, you know, trying to have some people here and there. We got a couple people popping in on Purple occasionally, and yeah, we got Jim over here as well. Oh yeah, we might get to hear a version of that today too. Exactly. Not that version though. We're hearing a different version. So it's gonna be interesting to hear it with what I would assume is some instrumentation, because that version did not use any instrumentation. Angelina Jordan is an independent artist again, so copyright shouldn't be an issue with her videos, minus those she did under Republic Records. Yeah, the one that I released on the 16th, it was for, I think it was American Idol or one of the talent shows. She did Bohemian Rhapsody. That one got demonetized, but that's more because it's on that show, not under a record label. So I think it is what it is with that. And yeah, probably the album that she released a couple years ago probably gets hit here and there. I know one of them got partially blocked. There's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. But, you know, a couple of them, for the most part, I haven't had really any issues with Angelina Jordan. Not that I can think of. I don't think any of them got blocked, so that's good. Okay, so let me get this up. There we go. And we do have a priority request as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that in real quick. And I guess I'll move chat over to the left so I could see everybody whilst I'm doing that. All right, so got Sally. Let's see, copy that, get the link. Copy. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get that up and ready to go. Now, don't play yet, YouTube. It's been talking back to me lately. Okay. So this is this one. Hopefully I typed that right. No, I did not. Mostly right, but not completely right. Okay, let me go ahead and get a couple loaded up and then we can get started. So you resize rows. This way y'all don't get flashbanged by the bright screen. And I'll make sure Aleatorios plays as well. It does, so that's good. We're good there. Okay. Also, let me up the volume on these because when I mute the lo-fi playlist, it ain't gonna change anything. Okay. Alrighty. So let me go back over to OBS and we need the reaction screen. There we go. Cool. Ooh. All right, let me make sure because I have a different screen up. I can't see where I'm at and I don't want to be blocked by the box. There we go. All right, we are good to go. I think, pretty sure. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy this. All right, so I'll catch up on chat in a second. I'm gonna share the link that we're checking out first. Let me see. Angelina released 2 recent albums in September. Dang, I didn't realize she dropped 2. I suggest So Peaceful Beside You, which is on the James Thiel channel. I'll be back in about 15 minutes. I need to fetch the mail and move a little more snow. Well, have fun with that. Yeah, absolutely. See you soon. So in the meantime, we are going to go ahead and check out Skinny Lister, Company of the Bar. It's a priority request from Sally, so thank you very much for that. This is a song from Skinny Lister, who we saw with the Johns recently. I do remember the name, yeah. Company of the Bar. All right. Ace, there's someone at your door. Is there now? Should I... Oh, you're talking about the video. Oh, okay, I see. Unless somebody was actually knocking at the door, in which case I may need to go check. I don't know. I'm not expecting company, but you never know. You never do. I get it. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go.
Hey, Johnny, come back to me. You're the Roman candle, you're rolling free. Hey, Johnny,
A very raspy vocal style.
it's so long to my pretty. I'll be gone long
I like the energy.
And the thing I miss the most of all, the company of the bar. Hey!
That looks way bigger on the outside than it does, or way bigger on the inside than it does the outside.
Tomorrow calls me on for a stinking drunken farewell cheer. I wake to find me gone. It's so long to my pretty. I'll be gone long and far. And the thing I miss the most of all,
I love the energy of this. It's so upbeat.
My feet are getting restless, are shackled to the ground. So between the water and the wind, that's where I'll be found. It's all onto my grid, I'll be gone long and far. And the thing I miss the most of all, the company of the bar.
Did that say shanty punk? 'Cause that's kind of what this feels like.
Chasing the horizon, facing the unknown. The century won't shackle me. The journey is my home. It's all onto my grid. I'll be gone long and far. And the thing I'll miss the most of all, the company of the bar. Hey Johnny, come back to me. Hey Johnny, come. Hey Johnny,
I do like the shot of showing the outside like that.
Hey Johnny, come home. Hey Johnny, come back to me. Hey Johnny, come home. Hey Johnny, come back to me. Hey Johnny, come home.
They were doing a little jig. That's fun. Oh, that's cool. Using the little, I guess, mini jugs as a candle holder. That's really creative. I like that. I also don't know if I've ever seen like jugs that small before, so that's cool. But yeah, like I love the energy of this. It really has like a punk rock feel to it, but as a shanty, you know, and it even more so, it kind of has this like Dropkick Murphys feel to it, you know, like is kind of in a similar style to that, which I definitely like. And I really haven't heard that many Dropkick Murphy songs. Just the one song that I forgot the name of that they use for the Samuel Adams Beer Company commercials. They use that one a lot. And I think I used to go to a barber that used that on their website as well for a little bit. I thought that was kind of cool. I kind of, to be honest, I kept going to them just because of that. And then I stopped going to barbers altogether and started doing it myself. But still, huge tangent on that. Anyway, but yeah, I really like at the beginning, we get this like really like long one-shot take of going from the house all the way into the little shack that they're in. And it really just looks like a little shack on the outside, and it looks way bigger on the inside. And, you know, you just have so much energy. Everybody's like upbeat, moving around, you know, like the environment is really fun, you know, just merriment and drinks all around. And, you know, the vocal work throughout this, the singer, I don't remember if we talked about all the members' names and instruments and all of that they play. I can't remember. But the vocalist that we had throughout this, the person that took lead, like he's got some like really raspy vocal style, and it's pretty deep as well. So it's like it's really fitting for this, and I really like that. And then everybody else coming in with the harmony throughout this as well, definitely nice. All the instrumentation was great. Having some of the, I guess, in a way, just like non-traditional band instruments, like the accordion coming in with that, and you know, just the violin that we had as well, kind of just everything that they did just added a nice touch. It just kept adding in more and more to it, which I appreciate. But yeah, I think this was a great performance. I like this one. One sec, I have been talking since 9 o'clock this morning, and it is 2:30 now. If that gives you any indication, my mouth's like really dry. But yeah, I thought this was great. Let me see here. Let me make chat a little bit bigger. Can I can zoom in. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's see. Is there someone at your door? I haven't heard much Skinny Lister, so this is good. It's a TARDIS bar. See, I probably wouldn't have got that reference because I haven't watched Doctor Who. And at this point, I'm terrified to start because I don't know where. I don't know if I should start with the stuff from the 60s, the stuff from the 90s, if I should just pick a season. I honestly I don't know. It's a beefy series, so I don't really know. Let's see, beat me to it. Good time zone, friends. Lynn, welcome in. Good time zone to all. Pretty sure this would be Shanty Punk. It really does feel like it. And I mean, there was something on the patch of that dude's jacket, like that said. I'm pretty sure it said Shanty Punk, which is really cool. Sally, is that you dancing in the clip? Shanty Punk was one of their albums. Okay, but it feels like it really does feel like a genre though. It definitely could be. Let's see. I should listen more to these guys, and no, not me, I'm afraid. Aw. I haven't seen them live, though I'd like to. Hi, Lynn. It kind of sounded like it would have been a COVID-era song. Missing the pub community, backyard, shed bar, drinks over the garden fence. See, I never got to experience that aspect, so I have no idea. But, I mean, if it is, I mean, we could check real quick. You know, we can see when it was 2023, at least that's when this was uploaded. But I mean, it could also be a reference to 2020, you know, just the good times and all that. This will only make sense to Sally and Lynn. I was thinking about sharing Pride of the White Star Line someday, and thought I'd go for the video from a stairwell backstage from a certain tour. I mean, that sounds pretty cool. Tom Baker was the best Doctor Who. I don't even think I've heard that name before, but I don't really know. That would be good, Pyrola. Yeah, I mean, definitely go for it. It sounds really cool. But yeah, this one was fun. I love the energy starting off with the list here. All right, so next up we have Aleatorio. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Get chat back up. I think starting on the 2005 series of Doctor Who is a good idea. I know they took a hiatus for a while, right? There was like a period of time where they didn't do anything, and then they came back for a while, and they've pretty much been going ever since. Is that accurate? Or am I making stuff up? I don't really know. I'm gonna butcher this. I'm sorry about this in advance. So this next one's from Aleatorio. This is Paulo Sergio. Now Creo M. Maisnada? I don't know how close that is. It's probably way far off. But this is from 1972, so that'd be cool. Maybe I'll pick one for next week if I can remember it that long. Definitely write it down, you know. You can put it on your calendar, say, hey, this one. I don't know. Just a bad idea. Anyway, let's go ahead and... did I share the link? I did. Okay. Let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go. Coming in heavy with the horns here. Almost sounds like James Bond in a way. Like it could be an intro to a James Bond movie.
Há dias na vida que a gente pensa que não vai conseguir, que é bem melhor deixar de tudo e fugir, que outro mundo tudo vai resolver. Não sei o que faço, se volto agora ou
The drums are great here too.
Eu sinto cansaço e já não sei se vale a pena insistir.
It's really cool because the horns are only in one ear.
Que é bem melhor deixar de tudo e fugir, que outro mundo tudo vai resolver. Não creio em mais nada, já me perdi na estrada, já não procuro carinho, me acostumei na caminhada sozinho, a vida toda só pisei em espinho, já descobri que meu destino é sofrer.
I really like when artists isolate different tracks like this. So you have some of the instrumentation over here and some of it over here.
Que a gente pensa que não vai conseguir, que é bem melhor deixar de tudo e fugir, que outro
tudo vai resolver. Não creio em mais nada, já me perdi na estrada, já não procuro carinho, me acostumei na caminhada sozinho, a vida toda só pisei em espinho, já descobri que meu destino é sofrer. Não creio em mais nada, me acostumei na caminhada sozinho, a vida toda só pisei em espinho, já descobri que meu destino...
Getting hit with the fade out. And all of a sudden, a really fast decline on fade out. Like, it started slow, and then it just dropped. it was really interesting. Yeah, I mean, his vocal style definitely like clean and kind of soothing at the same time. There was just, I don't know, there was something about it. It was a little soothing. I definitely liked that. All the horns, there was at least 2 different horned instruments happening in this side. And then you had the bass and the guitar happening in this side. I think the drums were happening in both. So that was like a really cool like idea to kind of isolate the instruments like that. And it almost kind of gives off this semi surround sound effect. And I think that's really cool. And yeah, I mean, just how they went about this, I really like. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think there might have been a violin in there. Could be wrong though. But maybe I'm picking up too many instruments rather than what was there. I don't know. But yeah, I think it is definitely cool. And it really did, with the horns, it really did have this like earlier James Bond like intro track, like the title song kind of thing. It kind of had that feel to it. But yeah, I think it was really cool. I liked it. It was a little short, like, you know, because it was only like 2 minutes. But I feel like they packed in a lot into that 2-minute period. So I think that's really cool. But yeah, definitely great. Let's see here. Yeah, it stopped in the 80s. There was a movie in the 90s. I don't know if I was told there was a Doctor Who movie. And then it rebooted in 2005. Check the lyrics. DM me the link on Discord, Pyrola. I can do that. Whoa, that's deep. What's deep? What did I miss? While we're doing that, I'll get the lyrics pulled up. Let me see. Translate this page. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, the song translates to "I don't believe in anything anymore." So definitely sounds, and it kind of goes along with that instrumentation where it kind of sounded like it was in a bit of a minor key. So, you know, really, you know, more depressing than anything else. Like looking at verse 1, I don't know what to do. My life is an endless struggle. I feel like I'm in space, constantly searching for myself. There are days in life when we think we won't make it, that it's better to leave everything behind and run away, that another world will solve everything. It says pre-chorus, so what's the chorus? Oh, chorus is further down. Okay. So jumping to the chorus, I don't believe in anything anymore. I'm lost on the road. I'm not looking for affection anymore. I've gotten used to walking alone. My whole life, I've only stepped on thorns. I've discovered that my destiny is to suffer. So, like, way more of a downer than I was expecting, you know, but clearly this person, Paulo, was definitely going through something throughout this, as kind of what I'm taking from that. So that's pretty hardcore. Get ready for some classic moves from the lead Stevie Wright in my request coming up. Cool. Okay, I'm back. Hi, back. So yeah, pretty intense stuff, Aleatorio. Oh, I want green. Thank you. All right, and speaking of, Ian's is up next. And I pulled up the picture and, or like when I was pulling this up, maybe I'm crazy, but it kind of looks like the Beatles a little bit. But it is from the 60s, so definite possibility that was just a really popular style packed in. All right, so I'll go ahead and share this. All right, so this one is from Ian. This is the Easy Beats Friday on My Mind. The song sounds, the title sounds familiar, but I'm not really sure. The Australian Beatles, so that explains it. with their charismatic Stevie Wright as lead singer. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what the Australian Beatles are like. Here we go.
Monday morning feels so bad. Everybody seems to nag me. Coming Tuesday, I feel better. Even my old man looks good. Wednesday just don't go. Thursday goes too slow. I've got Friday on my mind. Gonna have fun in the city.
Definitely has that Beatles vibe. They have 5 members here.
She's so pretty. She looks fine tonight. She's outside to me. I spend my bread tonight. I leave my head tonight. I got to get tonight. Monday I have Friday on my mind. Do the 5-day grind once more. I know what
Definitely got some interesting moves.
bugs me more than working for the rich man. Hey, I'll change that scene one day. Today I might be mad. Tomorrow I'll be glad. 'Cause I have Friday on my mind. I'm gonna have fun in the city. Be with my girl, she's so pretty.
Is he playing with a 12-string guitar?
Fine tonight. She's outside to me.
And I think that's an 8-string. I think.
Got to get tonight. Monday I have Friday on my mind. Gonna have fun in the city. I'll be with my girl, she's so pretty. I'm gonna have fun in the city. I'll be with my girl, she's so pretty. I'm gonna have fun in the city.
Interesting. And they took a bow at the end as well. So yeah, I think that one of the guitarists was running a 12-string guitar and the other one was running an 8-string. So that's really cool. I don't know how often that was done back in the 60s. I got no clue. But you know, really cool to see that. They definitely have great energy, and yeah, they really have that Beatles like look, aesthetic, and like even with the instrumentation, it kind of gives off like a song that the Beatles would have played. The different, I don't really know what those were, like pillars, I guess. I don't know. They kind of utilized those in the video as well. Like he was even hiding behind one of them for a little portion of that. So I thought that was interesting. There was even a portion of this where the bass was like pretty prevalent, and I thought that was like a really nice touch as well. But yeah, the instrumentation super upbeat and everything. Really the singer like definitely has like some really unique, I guess, unique dance moves. You know, and just really feeling the music throughout this. But yeah, I think it is definitely a lot of fun. Really does have that 60s feel to it. Let's see here. I am back from the cold. Hi, back from the cold. Welcome back. Let's see here. There's been no sort of scheming or organization going on. No scheming anywhere in sight. Wow, definitely Beatles soundings for sure. Yeah. As someone who's only really heard the Beatles when my dad played them when I was a kid, you could have told me this was a lesser known Beatles song, and I would have honestly, I would have thought, yeah, like if I hadn't watched the video, I would have thought it was like a Beatles song with maybe a different vocalist or somebody else in the group singing, like maybe Ringo or something. Like I would not have been really able to tell the difference at all. So that's really cool. The band disbanded early because of the lead singer's drug problems, but he recovered and came back in the 70s as a rock performer, and his massive hit Evie Parts 1, 2, and 3. Well, that's good that he did recover, so that's really cool. The riff was really before its time, recorded in 66. Yeah, this performance is on French TV in 1967. I should probably mention that. So yeah, that's great though. Yeah. Glad you didn't freeze. Yeah, definitely glad you did not freeze. That would not be fun. Not fun at all. Yeah, I mean that was great. I really like that one. All right, so number 3. All right, we got Pop Stars coming in here. Pop Stars, welcome in. Let's go ahead. We got Jim with Salts giving up. They're doing a Linkin Park cover. Probably not. I'm just making a guess. All right, so there we go. We got the next 3 pulled up. Go ahead and cue them up, ready to go. Make sure they're not going to freak out. You're gonna freak out? No? Okay. We're gonna freak out? No? Okay. I think we're good. Copy. Alrighty, so this next one's from Pop Stars. This is Ava Max, Sweet But Psycho. It's gotta be somebody's biography title. Ava Max is another talented Albanian singer who has managed to rank among the best. Both of her parents are Albanian. After communism fell in Albania, they immigrated to Paris, France, and then to the US, where Ava Max was born. The name sounds familiar, and I could be thinking of that song Ava Maria. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't really know. There's a chance I could have heard something from Ava Max as well. You never know. You never truly do. Cold is overrated. You know what's overrated? Life. I'm kidding. No. The heat. The heat's overrated. I got sick of it. I did complain about the cold. I'm gonna be honest, but I will take this over the heat any day. Like 100%. All right, so let's go ahead and check this one out. This is Ava Max, Sweet But Psycho. This is live at Capitol's Jingle Bell Ball in 2019. Okay, so this is like a December performance. I was wondering if this is like a Christmas performance or what, but it is in December. So yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. Here we go.
You curse, but she a blessing. She'll rip your shirt within a second. You'll be coming back for seconds with your plate. You just can't help it.
I like the visuals.
You play along, that'll lead you on. You've been saying no, then saying yes, 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 'cause you're messing with your head. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho.
Her hairstyle is really interesting.
Someone said, don't drink her potions. She'll kiss your neck with no emotions. When she's mean, you know you love it. She tastes so sweet, no sugarcoat it. No, you'll play along, that'll lead you on. You be saying no, then say
She's got some rasp at times. pause real quick. Honestly, from like certain angles, the way her hair looks like on the one side, because she's wearing blue and everything, and this is December, I'm like, she's kind of got this like Elsa look going for her just a little bit. I was like, that's kind of interesting. I don't know if that's really what she was going for or not, but I was like, that's got to be something. There's something in there, I'm sure. But yeah, I think that the way she's performing this, like she's got some range with her vocals. She's like her normal registry is a little bit on the lower side, and then like, you know, she's really got the range throughout this and really bringing in that power as well throughout her vocals. You know, there was a couple moments, just small little like segments where she was popping in some rasp to like just to like reinforce that power, which is really cool. As far as I could tell, the backing vocals are pre-recorded, I think. I don't think the backing dancers are singing, but I could be wrong. Definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't really see anybody else singing. So I think that could be pre-recorded, or that could be somebody off to the side. But yeah, like that's perfectly fine to do that. You know, it kind of creates this, especially if it's her on the recording. You know, it gives her this opportunity to harmonize with herself at times, or you know, just kind of vibe off herself throughout this, and I think it's a cool effect. The visuals are very vibrant with all the neon colors that we have. You know, there was like for a brief moment, I was like, this kind of almost gives off like a punk rock vibe, just a punk vibe, but then it kind of veered off into just straight neon lights and stuff, and is very bright and vibrant and stuff. So at first I was like, man, it's kind of punk, Bill, but not so much. I think it was more just the way that the font was shaking and stuff. I think that's kind of what I was going off of. But yeah, I think she's got a lot of style throughout this. You know, she's definitely having a lot of fun. The backing dancers are a nice touch as well, and clearly the audience is having a lot of fun. They like I don't know how big she is, but they clearly know the songs and everything, so that's really cool. But yeah, I think it's a great performance so far. Let's see here. I was thinking that too. Albania has a lot of talented singers, even though some of them have built a career far from Albania. That makes sense, yeah. Me too, Sally. I stay out of the cold for at most 30 minutes, or out in the cold, sorry, for at most 30 minutes. I had a mild case of frostbite when at college. That's hardcore. I don't know if that ever goes away either. I could be wrong, but I think it's being played in the back, and with her live singing, it creates a harmony. That's possibly what it is. Maybe it's like a delayed effect. Maybe. It's definitely possible. Not really sure though. But yeah, I think it's cool what they have going on for this. Back it up slightly. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this. Here we go.
Just like me, you're out your mind. I know it's strange, but the crazy you're telling me that I'm insane, but don't pretend that you don't love the
You gotta have the confetti cannons, of course. That is a lot of confetti though, and smoke, I think. It might be all confetti. I do not envy the people who have to clean that up. Yeah, she definitely has some great range throughout that. I'll go ahead and pause that. I don't think that has anything to do with the song specifically. I think that's more for the channel itself, or at least the event itself. Yeah, I think she definitely has like really great vocal work throughout this as well. Like she's definitely got some great vibrato happening. Like she's definitely, like you can hear her vocals vibrating at the top, and the way she goes up and down the vocal scale. So that's really cool. The dancing that they were doing was like a nice touch as well. And then of course, yeah, you have the confetti cannons. I feel like they may have used a little bit too much, but maybe because it was December, it was still like it was a visual representation of snow. Maybe that's kind of what it was. I don't really know. But yeah, I definitely do not envy anybody who has to clean that up, because that was just to me it seemed like a bit much. But I mean, maybe this is like a huge event. I have to imagine it's some sort of big event. I don't really know. But yeah, they definitely look like they were doing a great job on stage. They were having fun, and yeah, I think it's really good. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out the next one. Go. Nope. Nope, not 47. 4. We're not that far in. All right. So next up, we have one from Jim. This is Salt's Given Up, and I'm making a guess that they are not covering Linkin Park's Given Up. Just making a guess. Probably not. We'll just go with the notion that it's not. And it does say dance song, and Given Up is by Linkin Park is not a dance song at all. No, that's the song when you want to hear Chester belt out that 17-second scream. Fantastic when live. I'm sure they'll play it on tour. Yeah, it makes you wonder, like, what would be the set list for a live performance from Salt, you know? But yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. This is Given Up live at That Sound Studio. It's an interesting name for a sound studio. I don't want to go to this sound studio. I want to go to that sound studio. But this is in London. Here we go. Great energy so far. I like how they're alternating on vocals. That bass line is so good, though. His falsetto singing style is really cool, hitting those higher notes like that. I thought they were going to go straight into a solo, but no, not yet. Go ahead and pause right there. Yeah, I really thought they were going to jump into a solo, but no, they kind of jumped into like maybe an extension of the chorus, maybe not necessarily a bridge, maybe it's just the extension of a chorus. But yeah, I love the energy that they have for this. I can see why this would be like a get up and dance, get up and move kind of song. Like they really have that energy that they're bringing to this. The guitar work throughout this, at first, it kind of almost reminded me of, I'm trying to think of the name, but it's one of the Doobie Brothers songs that was like more energetic. And I cannot think of the name of it right now. And I'm sure if I looked it up, I'm sure I could find it. But yeah, like just how he went about the guitar work on that. That's kind of what it reminded me of. So kind of 70s esque style is kind of what I'm thinking of. The bass throughout this is fantastic as well. Like we got a really strong moment of just like where the bass was very prevalent. Drum work is definitely great throughout this as well. Both of them singing, they're alternating and like equally, I feel like. So they're kind of both taking lead on this. And I think they're doing a great job. You know, we have like falsetto singing style, and then we have, you know, maybe a little bit lower than that, but I think it works out really nicely throughout this. And then, yeah, the keyboard is great as well on that. Let me see. Most popular songs. We'll figure it out. It might not be the Doobie Brothers that I'm thinking of. Like if I saw it, I'd know it. But it's not listening to the music. It was something else. Oop, he's live again. What do you mean he's live again? All the time. I'm live all the time, Sky. What if, because I'm pretty sure I had the song. Where is my music folder? Of perfectly legal obtained songs. There we go. Nobody has to know. It may not be the Doobie Brothers that I'm thinking of, but I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe not. I'm going crazy. Something train rolling. I don't know. That's like, I don't know. It's somewhere in there. I've seen some tour rehearsal clips. Damn, New York City is the closest they get to me. It might be worth going, you know? Off to work, guys. Keep up the reverberating. Of course, Ian, have fun at work. Yeah, definitely have a good day. Let me see here. Where are we? Andy, welcome in over there as well. Yeah. Welcome to the Ace Help. Oh, the Resonance. That's the new name that we went with. Yeah. Hi, good time zone. Am late. Moonsea, I recognize the name. Welcome in. Thanks for the Twitch stream. Welcome. Yes, thank you. You are most welcome. Glad you are here. Resonance. Yeah. Well, I guess we could spell it like that. I don't know, but I changed it in the Discord if that helps any. I just named it the Resonance. But I mean, we could do the T purple stream. Yeah, that one. I'm twitching over here. Anyway, yeah, I cannot for the life of me think of the name of the song that I'm thinking of, but I do know there is a saxophone, or at least I'm pretty sure in there. But it follows that similar guitar strumming, if that helps. Maybe we should just figure it out real quick, because it is gonna bug me. And I know like the chorus is about love, but I don't remember the rest of the song. That's the only part that I can remember of that, and that's not what the song's called either. I don't know. If y'all can figure it out, let me know, because I kind of need to know. You know, obviously we will. Obviously, because we all resonate so exactly. That's what it is. Also, we may be jumping into an ad break momentarily. Just a heads up. My alarm went off. I gotta take my pills. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this one. Here we go. I like that instrumental breakdown. That was a lot of fun. Hitting some really high notes there. We go. I like how they're playing back and forth. That's a great way to go about it. God. There was just something about that guitar work. Solid. I think it was awesome that he was also utilizing 2 different keyboards for that as well. You know, it just really adds to the performance. It really gives him more to play with, so that's really cool. The instrumentation throughout this is absolutely fantastic. Vocal work was great, and then just playing off the high vocals and then the guitar as well, like kind of like a dueling banjos aspect. And it was small, but the way they went about it, I thought was really cool. And then the instrumental breakdown, it got a little bit, like, I don't want to say confusing, but just the way they went about it, where they kind of all took turns bringing in something into that. I thought that was a really nice aspect to that as well. But yeah, I love the energy, the just everything that brought to this performance. I think they really brought it for this. And it says live, but at the same time, it almost doesn't feel like a live performance. You know, I think whatever they're doing is just absolutely solid. And yeah, very enjoyable. Let me see here. Doobie Brothers Without Love, maybe? Let me see. Let's find out. Yeah, it's Long Train Running. That's the name of the song. I don't know why it's Long Train Running, even though the big part of that is Without Love. But yeah, I was like, it's something with a train, and I can't remember. I've also never looked at the lyrics, so, you know, it's also been forever since I've heard that song. But yeah, that's the one that I was thinking of with the guitar work. So yeah. Let me see. I think the song you were thinking of, it's pretty much in there. Yeah, Long Train Running. Yeah. I think that might be the same song. Basically the same song. Yeah. I don't know if it had 2 different titles or not. Obviously, YouTube said so I don't know. Let me see. Let me see here. Teto, welcome in, although you may not be able to hear me. I don't know, because we're in an ad break right now. So who knows? So I may have to get back to you on that one. We'll see. We'll vibe for a little bit before we jump into the next set, and I guess that'll give me a chance to pull up some other songs. And we'll just get those ready to go. Don't do it. Thank you. This is also a nice vibe. I like that. All right, so we'll chill for another minute, and then we'll jump back into it. Also, Sky 10 stream streak. That's wild. It's also like so weird seeing that, because like for the longest time, most channels didn't have the stream streaks at all. Like it was only out to a couple of people here and there. Also, it looks like we have a priority request, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that down here. So while we're waiting for this to end. It was Summer Wind. And we'll take that link. There we go. All right, we got a few more seconds, and then we'll jump back into it. There we go. All right, cool. So yeah, we were just vibing just because, we were waiting for the ad break to finish. Didn't want to leave anybody out. But Teto, welcome in. I don't know if you were stuck in the ad break during that or not, but glad to see you. Win for Ace performing at the San Remo's Music Festival. Well, first off, I've never heard of that music festival. Also, I don't know if I would ever go back to a music festival just because I feel like the one that I went to, when it's in the heat, it was awful. I mean, the music was great, don't get me wrong, but the heat was not fun at all. So if it's nice out, if it's nice and cool out, I might, but very, very small chance of me going back to a festival. Also, thank you for redeeming first. Very cool. Also redeem first just because. No, there are reasons to do it, I think it's massively beneficial. Let's see. Yes, I bought you a cup of coffee. Well, thank you very much for that, and we'll get to that in a second. Just the title of the song makes me feel warmer on this frigid day. Angelina put her grandmother's poetry to music. I've been meaning to ask because she does that for a good number of songs that aren't covers. How many are from her grandmother's poetry, and how many are from Angelina herself? Because obviously she takes some of that poetry and tweaks it into a song, obviously. But how much actually came from her, And this is one of the 12 songs on her Secret of the Soul album. And you said this is a really new album. Yeah, because this is, I remember talking about, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, or maybe it was just straight up on the Angelina Jordan reaction. How she didn't do any promotion for this album at all, and then she's recently going live and talking about stuff, if I remember right. Just turned 20 on January 10th and is having a concert at Westgate in Las Vegas this Saturday. Just her last 2 albums used her grandmother's poetry. Okay, so it's more of the recent stuff. Gotcha. Cool. And yeah, she does have like a residency in Vegas, if I remember correctly, right? Or she just plays a good number of performances in Vegas, something like that. I could be wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and share this link though before I forget, because I will forget and I will feel bad. There we go. All right, so let's do this. So this is a priority request from Andy, so thank you very much for that priority request. Enjoying the stream, want to request Angelina Jordan Summer Wind for my priority request. Video is on the James Steele channel. And if I remember right, James is the one kind of collecting all of the songs and keep them all together so they're obtainable, if I remember correctly. But I don't know if James is like just a fan of Angelina Jordan or is part of like the music talent, like the producers or anything behind her, or if James is a family member. I have no idea. I can't remember. We've heard 17 songs written by Angelina, and she creates the music for her originals. Wish she had a residency in Vegas. Saturday will be her 3rd show. Okay, so just a couple of performances. Gotcha. Okay, cool. I remember something about Vegas and her playing, but I didn't remember exactly how much. All right, so this is a lyrical video. Angelina Jordan, Summer Wind. It says Mozer's Secret of the Soul album. I don't know if I know what Mozer's is or if I'm even pronouncing that right, but definitely let me know how to pronounce that. I'm kind of curious. So let's go ahead and check this out. Here we go. I like the visuals already. So is this something James put together as a video itself, or is this something that she kind of wanted to do?
Since you went like summer wind, your voice no longer calls my name. The sky remains.
That vocal work is just incredible.
Go on, but I am no longer the same. Everything's still in its place, but not your warmth. The house remembers every laugh, but But now my voice is lost in silence. Without
This almost
you
does sound like something
by
from
my
like the 50s.
side.
It kind of has that
And if someone
that style.
asks about the girl who sang your name so long ago, say nothing loud, just point to wind and let the silence grow. The clock still shows the hour you left. The house is empty of your scent. Wherever I went, your place remained, and still my heart beats your name. I smile at photos, though you're not here. Your voice still echoes in my ear. The poems I wrote for you lie open, still waiting for the day you return, my love. And if someone asks about
Even the style she has here gives off like that really vintage like singing style from back in the day. And adding the black and white to it is a nice touch.
Say nothing loud, just point to wind and let the silence grow. Since you went,
I'll pause right there. I probably should have paused way sooner, but you know, that's totally fine. We'll back it up a little bit anyway. Yeah, I mean, her vocal style throughout this, the instrumentation, it really gives off like this style from like the 50s, which is just crazy that she is 20 years old and she sounds like a lot older. You know, like she has this like style that's just so way beyond like what she should be capable of, and it's just incredible how she's able to do this. You know, she's really bringing in this style that isn't really around anymore, I feel like, and it's very well done here. Instrumentation throughout this, you get the bass, and you know, it's just really prevalent throughout this. And you know, like there's really not much to the instrumentation at all. It's so like mellow, and it's just so easy going. We get times where we have that bass coming in and it seems like we're building up to something, and then it just dropped, and then it just like kind of slowly started building back up. You know, like we didn't even have the bass for a good chunk of that time, and then it kicked in and we started going back up again, and I think we're about to drop here again. So yeah, the way they're going about this, it's very, very soft, you know. And some of the performances that I've been able to check out from her, like she brings in a lot of energy, and here, like she's got her voice where it's just really soothing here. It's more of not necessarily a ballad, but I guess it could be perceived as a ballad, but it's just such a calming song, you know. It's really well done, and all the visuals that we're getting throughout this, like we got to see some from her actual TikTok, and then actually I don't know the other person's TikTok. It was like Slay Queen something. Let me see if I can find it right here. 304.
photo.
Yeah, Yas Slay Queen Slay Forever. If you have any information on who that is, because I'm assuming that's somebody in her family, maybe her grandma. I'm not really sure. It's definitely possible. I don't know if I've ever actually seen her grandmother. I've seen, I think, her sister, maybe, or maybe that was her mom. I can't remember. These videos that they were in, I feel like were so long ago, I don't really remember anymore. and I've only seen them once, unfortunately. So I can't really remember if I'm even remembering correctly or not. But and then we also have her performing live on stage, and she has like the style, like the dress and everything that just gives her this like really vintage look, and how it went from in color to black and white. It really solidified that, and I thought that was like a really cool visual as well. I love how like we get this lyrical video with all these different things happening, all the different like scenery, like the mountains and the grass and sky and everything. Like it's really adding to that whole soothing aspect. It's it's very soothing. I like it. But yeah, I think it's a great performance so far. Let's see here. Previous shows were nearly 2 years ago, at the end of February. James is a super fan. Oh, okay. That's it. Okay. Uh, Moser's is her grandma's pen name. Okay, I see. Angelina didn't post any videos for her recent two albums. James has made videos for 9 of the 12 songs on Secret of the Soul. 3 vocal coaches are going to see her Vegas concert on Saturday. Cool. Angelina sings sad songs, yet I am comforted and feel better. There's just something about it that's so soothing. I don't know, like even if the lyrics are sad, like the melody, the instrumentation, it goes in a completely different direction. So it's kind of contradictory, you know. Um, but yeah, I think it's definitely great. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of it. Here we go.
Since you went like summer wind, the pages stopped beneath my hand, and on the line where love should be, you left no word, just my name.
Very nice. Yeah, the piano's a nice touch as well. So I guess my question, did she do the instrumentation for this as well, or does she have like a backing band do that as well? Because we got to see her on stage and she had a backing band. I don't know if that's the same group that did the instrumentation for the album or not. So if you have any information, would love to know that as well. But yeah, the piano, the string section that we got through that, the bass, the slow drum beat, I think just everything works so nicely together. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I think it's great. Let's do these. Let's go green. This is number 6. Angelina wrote the music, but hired musicians to play for the albums. So yeah, the musicians that played for the albums, are they the ones on stage with her as well, or is that like a completely different group? Because I could see it either way, you know. All right, so this next one is kind of funny. Not in a funny haha way, because I mean, Longest Johns, you know, they're very entertaining. They're not haha funny, you know, they bring, you know, humor and stuff. But the name of the song, Man of Constant Sorrow, I am dropping a reaction on Friday with Home Free of the same song. So I think this is going to be interesting to check out, because Home Free doesn't use instruments most of the time. I'd say like 90-something% of the time. And Longest Johns occasionally do. So I'm interested to see how they go about playing, if they are going to use instruments. Not sure if her band for her concerts played on the albums. Most likely, at least a few did. Okay. I like I said, I could see like one way or the other if she uses like a studio band for the instrumentation for the albums themselves, and then uses another group live. You know, definitely a possibility. I don't know. Maybe somebody out there will know. Who knows? Anyway, so let's see here. This is great fun, but very different from Home Free. I would imagine, yeah. So this is The Longest John's Man of Constant Sorrow. Awesome version of the song from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Never seen it, but Heath Ledger's in it, right? Is that the movie he's in? Could be wrong. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. Here we go.
In constant sorrow through his days.
Definitely does have a completely different vibe, yeah.
I am a man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my days.
Is there a tin can in the mic?
I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised, the place where he was born and raised. Oh, 6 long years I've been in trouble.
Putting that grit in his vocal style.
Pleasures here on earth I found. Oh, in this world I'm bound to ramble. I have no friends to help me now. He has no friends to help him now. It's fare thee well.
I like how everybody's taking turns on verses, and then during the chorus they come together and harmonize.
To see you again. For I
And everybody's playing an instrument too.
ride that northern railroad.
And there's just something about the banjo being played during the song that's very fitting.
Perhaps he'll die upon this train. You can bury me in some deep valley for many years where I may lay. And you may learn to love another while I am sleeping in my grave. While he is sleeping,
I really like how the instruments kind of cut out during that little part.
maybe your friends think
And it was just the guitar.
I'm just a stranger. My face you never will see no more. But there is one promise that is given. I'll meet you on God's golden shore. He'll meet you on God's golden shore.
Very nice. Yeah, they really had great work throughout this. Okay, so do we get to see what the mic looks like? Because it's a tin can with a clown inside. I'm so glad Tiny's not here. So that was more just as a prop for the video. I don't think there was actually anything there necessarily. Could be wrong. Let me know if there was actually something there able to pick up their voices or not. But I'm guessing that was just for the video itself, for the visual representation of a mic. But I think it's a cool idea to do that. But yeah, the mandolin, the banjo, the guitar, like all of those playing together, I think created a great string sound throughout this. The banjo is definitely a nice touch for this song, because I mean, this is a folk song from, I don't remember exactly how long ago. Is it the 1800s or just early 1900s? I think it was early 1900s. I think I talked about that in the video coming up. But I think it was like 1913 was one of the earliest recordings of that, and then 1927 or something after that. I don't 100% remember. 23. I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, I think that the banjo is very fitting for a folk song like that. And how they were harmonizing throughout this was definitely great. Everybody just taking turns on verses, I thought was a nice take on this as well. Like they kept spinning around, and it was like a nice way to go about it. And then yeah, JD like putting some rasp or not rasp, putting some grit in. I get grit and rasp mixed up sometimes. Putting some grit into his vocal work here, like because usually he's a little bit lower, but he kind of matched where Andy and Robbie were on the vocal like range. So I thought that was like a really nice touch. But yeah, I think they definitely did a great job with this one. I really liked it, and it is definitely much different from how Home Free did their version. You know, Home Free didn't use any instruments at all, so I was kind of intrigued to see how they would incorporate instruments here, and I like what they did here. I can't say whether I like one more than the other because I think both of them bring something equally important to the table for this song. But yeah, I think it's great. Let's see here. George Clooney. Okay, so it wasn't okay. I'm probably thinking of a different movie. I don't know. Wonderful microphone in this one. Yeah. Many thanks, Ace, for the great reaction. Wishing you all the best. The reactor, the real shakes. P is willing to cover other reactors. Deal with copyright strikes. Interesting. Yeah, if you can shoot me some information about that, I would like to learn about that. That'd be interesting. The microphone is a reference to the movie. In the movie, they're asked to sing into a can, meaning singing into a microphone so it can be recorded and played on the radio. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, valid. Sergius, welcome in. Good evening, afternoon for you, I think. Yeah, it's afternoon. So hello. Welcome in. Forgive me, mate, but I have to go already. Well, Teto, thank you for being here. Hopefully it's not an emergency and bad things and all that, but thank you for being here. Go get your stuff taken care of. You know, all the good things. Mana Constant Syro is a great tune. There's just something about it is really nice. The can is a reference. Right. I love how the ones not singing are just jamming out. Yeah, they're vibing throughout this. Yeah. I believe it's a lot more like the performance in the film. Okay, so they're more incorporating how it was in the film, which I'm guessing that's what this is, maybe? Possibly? I don't know. Again, never seen it, so I don't know. That could be something else too. I need to get some things done. Hope to stop by again in the future. Be well, everyone. Andy, thank you for being here. Have a great day. Different Andy used to play quite a lot of American folk songs on Twitch during lockdown. Valid. Okay, so he kept that energy going. That's cool. They usually record simultaneous vocals separated by perspex barriers. I've never heard of that before. You could play a few seconds of that video. It is indeed from the movie. I'm skeptical, especially with the whole Titanic thing. I'm skeptical about playing anything, and not only that, but the whole copyright strike thing has got me so paranoid. I probably won't, but just notice your email in the description. We'll send you info about the Real Shakes P. Yeah, that would be great. Thank you so much. I would love to learn about that. Nah, it's just late and I have to go work for an early shift with the flu. Dude, go to bed. You should not be up. Take some NyQuil. Get rid of that flu, bro. No. Perspex, the clear plastic walls. Oh, okay, so it's like a barrier. Gotcha. Oh yeah, copyright stuff. Well, check it out in your own free time then. You better go check it out. That's what I heard. Here, I'll tell you what. Hopefully this won't play. I just want to copy. You know what? Wait. Can I copy the link? I can without opening it. Okay. So you saw me get that. I'm putting it in a notepad. Oh, I will be able to check that out after stream. Cool. I did it. I swear. All right. Make that green. So this is number 7. I feel like we're moving right along today. Yeah, because it's 3:30 and we're already on number 8. So yeah, we're doing good. All right, so Sally is up next. Sally, this isn't you, is it? Do you sing? Do we or have we gotten to check you out yet? I don't know. But Sally McLennan, I'm sure I'm butchering that last name, so I do apologize. Let me copy the link here. There we go. Got it. All right, so let me see here. All right, so this is Sally and the Longest Johns and Smoky Bastard. Interesting name. Smoky Bastard were an English folk punk band who Robbie played guitar with for a while, and this is a lockdown video. The Johns did a number of these collabs in 2020 to 2021. Okay, gotcha. Oh, that's the name of the song. Was it about you? Did they make a song about you? All right, I guess the Pogs. Did the Pogs make a song about you? I don't know. I see now that my comment really sounded like I was ordering you to check it out. Sorry about that. So rude, Pyrola. I'm insulted. I think I'm just gonna quit. Bye, guys. That's the song title. The two Sallys are not related. Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to give credit where credit was due if I needed to give out credit. I shared the link. Yes, I hope so. It does look like I did. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go. Definitely has a different sound quality to it. Never mind. That was just them getting ready. Andy with not long hair. A lot of raspy vocals in this. But I feel like it's very fitting. That's some really harsh vocals with the rasp there. I like how JD is the only one utilizing green screen.
That's the ending, though.
You have to have the cat, absolutely. It's such a happy melody, too. So they really got some use out of that green screen. Definitely fun. So he was pretty much sitting down the entirety of that, and they green screened him into different scenes and different locations and stuff. So I thought that was really nice. Yeah, the instrumentation throughout this was great. The drums, like, I know they were kind of like electronic drums, but they almost gave off this like Rock Band or Guitar Hero like style look to them, which, I mean, those are modeled after real drums. I get that, but just from far away, they kind of looked like they were from like Rock Band or Guitar Hero. So I thought that was interesting. I did notice in a couple of spots they had different things put up. I saw the rubber duck, and I'm pretty sure we've seen that in a few things, so I'm pretty sure that's from something. I saw a couple, I think, Power Ranger figures on a shelf. I saw, I think, a chess set as well. I don't know if those have anything to do with like Easter eggs and stuff, but I did notice those. Yeah, all the different instruments, the accordion, the drums, all the multiple string instruments that we had throughout this were definitely fun. Vocal work, you know, we had a lot of like rasp in this performance, and I think it's very fitting. You know, like just combine that with the harmony from the cleaner vocals, I think worked really nicely. Yeah, I think they definitely did a great job with this one. You know, even just being, you know, in lockdown and stuff, doing the best you can with what you got in that scenario. I think they did a great job. But yeah, definitely a fun performance. Let's see here. JD is going on a bit of a journey. Yeah, he's going on a trip in his little rocket ship, or however that thing goes. Great cat and great collab. Yeah, I think so for sure. Let's see. There are a number of Longest John songs about me. I guess Sally fits into folk shanty lyrics well. Yeah, they gave you a song. Yay! We should share Shenandoah someday where Andy is courting you. Max or applause. One of JD's big floofs. Thanks for requesting the song. I'd forgotten about it. Sometimes it's fun checking out like stuff that you had forgotten about. I was like, oh wow. And then like if you haven't checked it out in a while, you may catch something you didn't catch before. It's kind of what it's like been doing these like revisits for these reactions. It turned up again recently, and I thought it was fun. It was. Eilish Rover there is another one I've thought of sharing. That's another fun one, Pyrola. Go for it. Do it. Also, this seems interesting. Them covering, I don't know what genre Chaperone is. I guess it would be alt pop. I'm not really sure, to be honest. But I feel like that's got to be interesting. I've also never actually sat down to listen to Gwar before, but I've seen a couple of things, and I hear they're really interesting. Okay, so it's there on the screen. Oh, I didn't even catch that. I was only paying attention to Gwar. I'm gonna be honest. That one was pretty striking, to say the least. Irish is Rover. I mean, gotcha. Yeah, I missed that completely. Unfortunately, I just didn't see it. No, I need chat back. There we go. All right, so this is Sun Gazer Cool 7 live at UFO Sound Studios. All right, this is from Donnie Truck. They're a jazz fusion band. I feel like we've checked out this genre before from somebody, and I can't remember who, but I don't think it was Sun Gazer, but it may have been. I don't know. Let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go. I'm really liking the bass up front. I like how the drums gradually came into this. All the electronic sounds throughout this as well. All the neon colors that they're wearing are definitely striking as well. The bass and the drums backing up the guitar solo here are just really nice. And you got the sax coming in as well. Like, it just fits so nicely in this. Feels like we're taking off a little bit with the way the electronic sounds are happening. Is that cymbal bent? I think it's bent. That's interesting. Looks like a Pringles. I'm just gonna pause it right there. There is really no good place to pause during this because it does appear to be an instrumental. I mean, there's some vocal work in there, but it's more in the electronic portions of this, so it's kind of just like effects. I feel like at that point, but yeah, like everything that they're doing here is absolutely wild. All of the parts that they're bringing to this, like they just work so well together. The bass, like starting off with the bass, coming in with that, and then how the drums just gradually came into the song. Like I didn't even catch it at first, and then all of a sudden they're like there, and it's like, wow, that's really great. The guitar work that we're getting throughout this as well, and then the saxophone coming in, all the electronic sounds that we're getting, like just everything works so nicely together. Their style is very interesting. Like they're wearing all these different neon colors, so they really stand out in this like kind of like a beige-esque room. You know, it's more of a neutral colored room, so they're really able to stand out throughout this, which is really cool. I love how the camera is panning back and forth like it is, so we're able to see everybody. We haven't really had like a full shot of the group necessarily, I don't think, but just being able to pan it around and stuff, I think that's really cool. And yeah, like one of his cymbals is like really bent, or at least it looks really bent, and it does look like a Pringle, and it's just really interesting. But yeah, I think everything that they're doing here is absolutely fantastic. Throughout this, you had this like gradual buildup at the beginning, you had like great instrumentation, and then it kind of slowed down, and then it just kind of like, it's like a wave. We're going up and down throughout this. Like for a little bit, we had like a bit of a vibey session, and then it seemed like it was getting more and more intense closer to where we paused. So I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, I think what they're doing is fantastic. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of it. Here we go. The tempo, like, I feel like throughout this has kind of been a little all over the place, and I think it works really well too. Really getting into that saxophone here. And it just all of a sudden stops. Wild. I don't know if he ever hit that cymbal that was bent. I have no idea. And I don't know what that would sound like. If it would have like a vastly different sound than it would, you know, just like a normal cymbal. I have no idea. I've never thought to bend a cymbal before on a drum set. You know, I just feel like that would be bad. I don't know, but clearly they have it. I don't know if it's just there or if it's usable. I got no clue. But yeah, like the style they have throughout this is fantastic. The speed they go, like I feel like at times it speeds up and at times it slows down a little bit. It's just it's great. It was definitely a lot of fun. And I feel like where the camera was, where it was panning, we kind of really got to focus in on the instruments that were being showcased. So at that moment in time, like the saxophone and the keyboard really got to like shine there. Early on, we got to see the guitar and the bass, and those were really shining. And all throughout, you know, we kind of panned over to the drums as well. And even throughout, you really got to hear the drums who really paired nicely with the bass. The keyboard paired nicely with the saxophone, and the guitar just was able to vibe in the middle between everybody, and I think that's great. But yeah, definitely a great performance. I like that one. Let's see here. All right, so that was 9. I need some water. Excuse me. All right, we got a few more. All right, let's go ahead and get these pulled up. We may get to finish early today. Again, who knows? All right, so we'll pull those up. We got one from Frightened Rabbit. Okay. Alrighty, so first up, let's make sure these are paused. Okay. All right. So first up, and I'm going to make these a little bit bigger. So y'all are going to get flashbang, just FYI. So shield your eyes if you don't want to get blinded. There we go. Just to make those a little bit bigger. So first up, we have from Love Tigress. I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, we are on yours. We have Atiz Crazy Form. The song is exactly what the title sounds like. All right. And it looks like we might have a live performance because we do. It says official music video. Maybe they just utilize footage from a live performance in here. Sometimes they do that for music videos. Who knows? I don't know. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. I'm here. Hello. Let's go ahead and check this one. Let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go. All right. So again, I'm gonna talk over this because for some reason this got a separate copyright claim in addition to Atiz. So I'm just gonna talk over it.
Get up. Get up.
This definitely has a very intense style to it. Very intense. That beat is like really heavy throughout this.
내버려둬 왔던 말 꽃사 나오면 눈 감아 타임이 스틱인 넌 빨라 Can't you see I'm a warning sign
I get this Iron Man vibe that they're doing.
그냥 마음대로 움직여 We go I need to kick the drum My ego in the show 달라라 따질거 야 이거 미친 폼 아야야야 춤만 춰 My ego in the show Put him up, make them run 자 이게 미친 폼 Taki dance till the sunrise Take it nobody plays like this 오가다 부다 말로만 blah 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 힘들어 party 왔다 갔다 stay like this Crazy boys getting 환장 따면 크래시만 여기저기 반파
They really bring the style in every scene that they're in. Like everything is so stylistic and it works really nicely.
Can't you see I'm a warning sign 이제 불렀더라 기억하게 돌아 그냥 마음대로 움직여 We go I need to kick that
They always have great dancing throughout all of their stuff, I feel like. So the choreography is fantastic. So I'll pause right there. Yeah, everything that they're doing throughout this instrumentation is so like thick on that beat. Like it's just so intense, and it really goes well with all the visuals that we're getting from this. You know, you have like different scenes of like different like alleyways and different, I guess, stages, and you have one of the members kind of doing almost like this Tony Stark Iron Man vibe with the computer, like the what's his name, Jarvis. I was trying to think. It's been so long since Jarvis has been in the MCU because he turned into Vision. Spoiler alert, by the way, from 2015. Like just all of the different effects that they had utilizing that, like just building whatever. It looked like they were building a boat, which could go into one of the earlier performances we got to check out because they were pirates. So maybe that's like an homage to that. I don't really know. And then you have all these different things, like somebody was spray painting in the alleyway and it looked like he got taken away. You got like a poker or some kind of card thing happening here, and they're pulling guns because obviously don't trust each other. What else? Just all the choreography that they have throughout this, like it's bouncing back and forth between all these scenes. So I don't know if all these stories are intertwined with each other, or if we're just seeing a bunch of different stories that are happening kind of simultaneously. That I don't really know. But I feel like, you know, all the vocal work throughout this, you have the rapping, the singing, the high notes, the long notes, and everything that they're doing are absolutely fantastic. Definitely a lot of fun, and yeah, like it's definitely crazy what all they're doing throughout this. But yeah, it's definitely fun. I mentioned before that ATEEZ are pirates. Yes, they are pirates. We have talked about that a couple of times. Like they have stolen a couple of things. They did a heist video. We got to see them actually be pirates on a ship. One of their performances. One time they were more Western, but you know, in a sense, could be perceived as pirates there. They're taking over the government in this part of the lore. Okay. And the freeing the people from Guardians who use mind control to control the world. I see. So yeah, they're really sticking it to the people in charge. I see. But yeah, see, there's the boat, and that I don't know if that's paying homage to, you know, what we got to see in the previous video or not. But that could also just be, you know, the pirate theme that they go with. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of it. Here we go. Oh yeah, there's that A for the anarchy. What I'm perceiving as anarchy. Jeez. Yeah, just oh. And I'm guessing like the last one that we checked out, this might go into another performance. Definitely a build-up throughout that one. It does look like that goes into something else, yeah. So that could be a different song, like the opening of a different song too. Yeah, I mean, stylistically, like really well done. You know, it's very, very like stylish for sure. And yeah, the instrumentation, like it's just super heavy on the beat and everything, and everything just works so well together. And it did seem like, yeah, everything was kind of, at least a couple of this like areas were kind of connecting, because you got to see the boat in the sky, and a couple of people looked up and saw the boat. So a couple of those like plot points were like intermingling together closer to the end there. And then yeah, the whole group was shown at the very end there too. And then it kind of panned up, you know, during that second little, what I'm perceiving going into the next song, kind of panned up to the city, and it kind of gave off this like Gotham City vibe. So I don't know if that's what they're going for the next one. I got no clue, but definitely really cool. All the music videos are connected and tell a story. Sadly, in this part, they lose the chromer, which helps them travel through universes. And they get Sopro, which causes a lot of chaos, like Work music video that we watched last time. Oh, okay. I see. Interesting. So, yeah, I mean, it would be really interesting to see, like, the timeline of how everything is connected in that. You know, I don't know if somebody's gone through and made an actual timeline of all the videos and stuff, but it'd be kind of cool to see all of that together. My quite reasonable weather has changed to -10 Celsius, so a bit colder now. Still not terrible, though, as long as you dress warm. Yeah, we had that the last couple of days, you know, -10 Celsius, because it was, what is that? That's like 12 or 13 Fahrenheit, I think. So well below freezing, yeah, which is crazy. So stay warm. Absolutely stay warm. All right, so this was number 10. All right, so we got 3 more. Cool. If you search Atiz lore, you will see how it's all connected. I see. Okay, so there actually is something that explains everything. Yeah, that is definitely pretty cool. All right, so we have one from The Longest Johns. Pride of the White Star Line. This is an original written by Robbie. All right, cool. They're sitting on a staircase. I see. All right, so I will go ahead and share this. There we go. All righty. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. It looks like, yeah, I was like, this kind of gives off more of a realistic vibe, because they're sitting on a staircase, and it looks like it's like a phone recording. Could be wrong, but that's kind of what it looks like. But yeah, they're backstage. It says in reading. I don't know if this is just kind of messing around or, you know, prepping for something. But yeah, so let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. Hello. We're
Hi.
currently backstage at a gig with Skinny Lister. We've just done our set.
Pan round to the thing.
Woo! Yay!
Well, would you look at that?
We've just finished our set, and we're going to sing a lovely song for you called Pride of the White Star Line, which is one of our original songs, appearing on Smoke and Oakum very soon.
Ooh, so exciting.
The acoustics
In the Belfast
are interesting.
yard where she was made of Holland Wolf design, the plan was struck to build 3 ships that funds would not define. The gantry raised up in a way to nameless line arose, to make the journey to New York in record time. And so she's the pride of the White Star Line. May her engines never stall. Her sisters died from Berg and mine, but she'll run for decades more. She'll run for decades more. Olympic soon became a stand, no finer ship did sail. Smoking rooms and Turkish baths and palm trees rail to rail. As sleek and striking as could be, and speed second to none. She sailed from Portsmouth dock and showed the world how it was done. She's the pride of the White Star Line. May her engines never stall. Her sisters died from Berg and mine, but she'll run for decades more. She'll run for decades more.
The Hawk was running along her side around the Isle of Wight. A swing to starboard up and took the helmsman by surprise. 2 holes were punched into her side and water flooded in. She staggered back to Portsmouth dock and lived to sail again.
She's the pride of the White Star Line. May her engines never stall. Her sisters died from Berg and mine, but she'll run for decades more. She'll run for decades more.
Titanic sank into the depths, Britannic joined her too. Through the wars, Olympic kept on.
The beat through the verses is a lot harder to follow, but the chorus is a lot easier.
U-boats in her stead. Damn near cut 'em clean in two and sank 'em to the bed.
She's the pride of the White Star Line. May her engines never stall. Her sisters died from Berg and mine, but she'll run for decades more. She'll run for decades more. Well, every dog must have its day, and all good things must pass. Shipyards forged much bigger crafts that dwarfed her in her class. The trips were few and fares declined, the world marched on ahead. They pulled her down in Jarrow Town, still striking till the end.
Brought in some of that power.
She's the pride of the White Star Line. May her engines never stall. Her sisters died from Berg and mine, but she'll run for decades more. She'll run for decades more. She'll run for decades more.
Great harmony at the end there. Like throughout this, they had good harmony for sure, but there was just something about that last note that, I don't know, just sounded a little more melodic. You know what I mean? Getting through this, we had I didn't know if the quality would be good or not. Just when they were talking, the acoustics in the stairwell were not good, but when they started singing, it was fine. I don't know how that's even possible, but it worked really nicely. And it's really cool that everybody got to take a turn on a verse. The verse itself, the beat was like a lot harder to follow, but when we got to the chorus, it was, I feel like, a lot more constant. I don't know. There was just something about the verses that it didn't really, at least I couldn't find like a constant beat throughout that. But, and obviously this isn't necessarily a song that needs a beat, but you know, just it kind of helps to just be able to vibe along like that. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, like even with the vocals that everybody was bringing in, you know, each of them brought in something a little bit different, I feel like. And, you know, like, whether it be like louder vocals or more power or anything like that. But yeah, everybody did a great job throughout this, and I think it was a great song for sure. So, because you said this is an original, how many originals do they have, I guess, and who makes I feel like we talked about this before. Maybe I'm wrong, but who writes the most out of all of them? Is it JD that writes the most? That would be my question. This is the video I mentioned earlier. Staircases are good for reverb. Reading is a place. So yeah, I mentioned this because they were support for Skinny Lister, right? Their first real tour as opposed to festivals and shanty events. Interesting. Okay. So they did a lot of those throughout for a while. Okay. I love the sound effects and silliness in this video. Yeah, I think they brought some levity to the performance, which I think is great. And I mean, even still, like, it has a a storytelling throughout this, and has a great melody and everything. It feels really impactful. But definitely great. Let's see here. So this is 11. All right, so we got 2 more, which I think is perfect. Dave used to write for them, but these days it's mostly Robbie. Okay. I don't know why. I just wasn't picturing Robbie as the main writer, but I can see it, you know? I don't know why. I'm gonna go ahead and unpin that, and I'm gonna go over here real quick and delete this. There we go. Because I think after these 2, unless a priority request pops up, I'm not gonna stop those. But I think that'll be it for today. Okay, so we have another Angelina Jordan performance. So I'm gonna go ahead and share that, and then I'll read the comments. Give me 1 second. Excuse me. Let's see. JD to date hasn't written a song. Ex-members Josh and Dave are the most prolific writers. Robbie's done a handful, and Andy has written 1 song to date. Wait, didn't you say this was written by JD? Am I crazy? Oh, this was written by Robbie. Why did I think it was JD? I don't know where that came from. Clearly, I cannot remember anything. And their new album they are announcing tomorrow has a song written by the lead singer of Skinny Lister. Oh, cool! Very cool. I'm gonna guess we're gonna get to hear one of the songs from that next week. Maybe I don't know. That would be pretty cool. Okay. So I'll try and remember who wrote how many going forward, because I feel like we talked about that before. Okay, so this is from Andy, who has already taken off. So thank you, Andy, for that. This is Angelina Jordan, So Peaceful Beside You. Angelina has returned to being an independent artist, which is awesome. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. I feel like maybe it's a little bit too loud. I don't know. Let's go ahead and check it out. Here we go. So this is the second one we got to hear. And it's really following that trend of 50s style.
That once burned through my night. You see when I'm smiling, you feel when I ache. You know which dark dreams leave me trembling awake. You're as free as the heavens, as soft as the breeze, as safe.
Her voice is just so soothing.
That lives in the trees, so peaceful beside you. So
Norway is just so vibrant with the scenery.
The stars that still live in my skies. I'm a fragile wing.
Got some range in this one. Okay.
That blows, I just rest in your hand and feel close where my heart is heavy. I long for your chest to bury my fears where your arms can rest.
11's there. Probably.
Your tears fall like warm summer rain. There's no one but you who can love me this way. No one but me who can make your soul stay.
Just pause real quick. Yeah, it just, I don't know if the whole album is like this, where it really has this like very vintage 50s like jazz style to it. But I mean, at least the 2 songs that we've heard, this one and the other one that we got to check out a little earlier, they really have that vintage style to it. The instrumentation so like soothing. You know, it's so like it's such a calming aspect, and her voice is very soothing throughout this. You know, and she's got some more power, I feel like, in this performance and some range as well. I don't remember if I've gotten to hear some like extremely high notes from Angelina or not. I really can't remember at this time. But I think she definitely has like the lower registry all the way to the higher registry, like really down. Like it's awesome. Um, and yeah, her voice is just very soothing. The scenery that we're getting throughout this, because the last time we had scenery, but we also had footage from different videos that they took with Angelina. I just there's something that just gives off this impression that just being here is just like the calmest place on earth. Like you have all these different lakes and mountains and just like the roads. Even there was one that kind of curved over the water. Like it was a really cool looking bridge. Even with this, like all the windmills and just how the sun has set and everything, it's just really nice. You know, if I didn't live here, I'd probably, if I had a place to pick, I'd probably pick Norway. You know, it's just based on everything that I've seen so far. It just looks awesome. But yeah, I think this is fantastic. Let's see. In their new album, they're announcing it tomorrow, has a song written by they're announcing it tomorrow. The album itself comes out. Oh, okay. Again, not reading properly, so that one's on me. So we won't have any songs to share for at least a little while. Okay, that makes sense. I suppose I think of Robbie as having written more because they are more recent and they are still singing more of them. Valid. Okay. I'm not sure you'll get the request next week. They're only announcing the Kickstarter for the next album. But I don't doubt that as soon as something is released, you'll be getting the first request. Valid. So we'll be waiting for that. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I miss Norway. I haven't been there in ages. See, I feel like it'd be nice, right? For my song coming up, don't enable subtitles. The lyrics are butchered. Okay, it's not on. I don't know how it was on one of them and on the rest of them it's not, but YouTube's funny that way. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this. Here we go.
You're so steady, so peaceful beside you, so still in your light. Let me be your shelter, just hold me tonight.
Her voice was vibrating on the lower notes there. At the end here, that instrumentation almost gave off this like movie quality soundtrack. I thought that was like a really nice touch as well. But yeah, her voice was just vibrating at the on that lower note. Like, that was really cool. There was just something about it that was like completely different from the rest of the performance we've gotten. So I feel like throughout this, she really changes her vocal style, and it's really awesome. And then yeah, she ended on a little bit of the higher notes, so that's really nice. But yeah, I think it's an absolutely solid performance. Oh, goodness. All right, so we got one more to check out. This was 12, so this will be 13, and then we are done. All right, so you said don't do subtitles. All right, so this is from Sergius. This is Frightened Rabbit State Hospital, another Frightened Rabbit Scottish band you've heard some things from song. This time with an actual music video, and in my opinion, one of their saddest songs. And yeah, this is from the band with the singer that took his own life, and they disbanded after that. You know, that's a very tragic thing for sure. By the way, the ship they were singing about in the Pride of the White Star Line is Olympic, the sister ship of the Titanic and Britannic. Yeah, because they mentioned the Titanic going down, if I remember correctly. Unlike those two, Olympic had a long and productive life. Yeah, the Titanic had 15 minutes, maybe. Just, yeah, it's very tragic. But and I've heard of the Britannic, but I don't know if I know anything about it. But I feel like the Titanic's probably the most famous just because it had a movie made about it too. So that makes sense. But yeah, let me share this link. There we go. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. This is Frightened Rabbit State Hospital. Here we go. It definitely does sound like it's gonna be sad.
The half-back flip, Conception State Hospital birth, the most threadbare, tall story the country's ever heard. Brought home to breathe smoke in the arms of her mother, the blunt kitchen knife, who just lays in a submissive position beneath a national weight and the slow arc of a fist. Her heart beats like a breeze ball thrown down the stairs. Her blood is thicker than concrete, forced to be brave. She was born into a grave. And in the limp, 3 years of board schooling, she's accustomed to hearing that she could never run far. A slipped disc in the spine of community, a bloody curse word in a pedestrian verse. Spirits in graveyards and fingers in car parks, she cries in the high street just to be heard. A screaming anchor for nothing in particular, at the foot of the fuck of it, dragging her heels in the dirt. Her heart beats like a breeze block thrown down the stairs. Her blood is
That's not a good look. So they're just tormenting this person.
born into a grave. The cheek of youth flashed red and turned grey. Now she lies on the pavement, she's helped to her feet. All thighs, hair and magpie handbags, Saturday's uniform for the fuck me parade. Brought home to keep warm in the arms of a plumber, ruddy and balding, who just needs a spine to dig into, a chest for the head and a hand for the holding. Her heart
So they haven't downright shown it, but they're beating her, right?
Her blood is thicker than concrete, forced to be brave. She was.
I'm gonna guess these are all her throughout her life.
Heart beats like a breeze ball thrown down the stairs. Her skin is thicker than concrete.
And she's about to jump, I take it.
She was a broken elevator anthem held between floors. But blood is thicker than concrete. All is not lost. All is not lost. All is not lost. All is not lost.
I'm making a guess that like the video is her growing up and like different like times in her life she was like abused or like beaten or tormented, and it looked like at the end she was ready to just end it all, but realized it, like they were talking about in the song, like not all is lost, you know. It's not, that's not the answer, you know, like obviously you should never have to go through any of this, but you know, like don't, if you were to go through that, if you were to go through with that, they would win, and you can't let them win. You know, you overcome that and you become better than they are. You're already better than they are. Like, let's just be honest. But yeah, like the instrumentation, it definitely did start off like sad, but like throughout this, you know, it kind of had this like hopeful sound to it, like hopeful melody, and like it kind of maybe contradicted the way the vocals were, because like he really had like a sad style with his vocals throughout this, and you know, going throughout this, like you kind of get the sense that it probably is going to be okay, you know, just getting through it. You just have to, you got to hold off until the end. And obviously she decided not to jump, or at least it's implied that she didn't jump. We didn't get to really see, you know, any, don't get me wrong, I'm glad that we didn't get to see anything, because that would just make it way more traumatic than it already was. But, you know, I feel like it was implied that she was about to jump, and then at the last second she decided it's not worth it at all, which it never is. Don't take that quick step from the top floor to the bottom, you know. Don't ever do that. But yeah, definitely a very impactful video, and really good song throughout this. I really like that. But yeah, definitely good. Go ahead and make that green. All right. I think that's a good note to end a stream on. It's a bit of a heavy topic, but I feel like it's a topic that, you know, needs to be discussed. You know, like mental health is very important. You know, don't bully people. You shouldn't also have to go through any of that. If you are, you know, be in a situation, reach out to somebody. You know, there's always somebody out there to listen. I think that, yeah, if there's no we have caught up on everything. We got everything done. We're finishing a little early today, and that's okay. Some streams are like that, and it'll give me, you know, a chance to kind of decompress, because I have been doing content creation since 10 o'clock this morning, and I'm a little tired, I'm gonna be honest. It's fun. But yeah, I did want to thank Andy and Sally for the priority requests, and Tuscar for the resub and the follows that we got today as well. Like I said, Friday, Home Free, Man of Constant Sorrow revisit reaction is coming out. Yesterday, Dimash SOS revisit reaction came out, so be sure to check those out. Hopefully I have been enjoying doing the revisits, because like just the style, I don't know, there's something about it, it's kind of refreshing to do, just to critique myself and see how far I've actually come as a reactor, you know. For sure we'll be live next Tuesday for another reaction stream, 2 p.m. Central. Next Monday, I'm also planning on going live, and last year I had been doing a Pokemon challenge, and I am finally at a point where I get to continue that challenge, because the 3DS is finally working again, and no more mentally drained, completely burnout Ace at all, so that's good. But yeah, thanks for the stream, thanks for the music, everyone. Absolutely, thank you all for the music. Everybody had great suggestions. Absolutely. Our reaction streams, yes, I do on purple and on red. All the socials are in the link tree. Those are always going to be below the stream itself. So definitely check those out. All the socials are in there. Discord, Instagram, all the YouTubes, all the Twitch, all the Twitter. I'm still gonna call it Twitter. I'm not calling it X. Blue Sky, which apparently came out with a feature that shows that you're live, which is pretty cool. I saw that last week. I was like, I get to utilize this week. That's cool. So yeah, be sure to check all those out. Thanks for the viewer review streams. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. See you on Friday and then next week. Absolutely. Y'all have a great week and I will see y'all later. Bye guys.